Got some exciting news to go over in today's video. Looks like we got another PlayStation Plus lineup leak. This is coming from Deal Labs again, and they were the guys that did put out leaks in the past, and they ended up being true. And now we have another set of titles that are dropping on PS Plus by the looks of it come next month. We'll talk about that. Also, GameStop has announced in-store PlayStation 5 a bundle event in select stores on September the 30th. I'll cover that in just a little bit, but PlayStation Plus for the month of October looking pretty decent. The PlayStation 5 game is looking to be Hell Let Loose. Again, this is coming from Deal Labs. Hell Let Loose is dropping on PlayStation 5 for the first time, so this would mean that they go back on the trend of dropping brand new PlayStation 5 titles on Plus. This game came out a while ago on PC. It was in early access for quite a while, but it's seeing its PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S release come October the 5th, so that would line up perfectly with the Plus timeline, and it could be available right on day one. So that's pretty good also, because it is a multiplayer shooter, and you'll want a game like that with a healthy community for the long run. So Hell Let Loose, definitely a solid offering, and the game's been received fairly well on PC. I believe a very positive Steam reception. I'll give you guys a heads up on that in just a second. Yes, we have a very positive Steam reception, 33,000 user reviews, and 85% positive across the board, and a 79 on Metacritic as well. So fairly well received on that end. Do note that this is a pretty gargantuan shooter as well. 100 players with infantry, tanks, artillery, a dynamically shifting frontline, and a unique resource-based RTS-inspired metagame. So that looks to be coming October the 5th. Also, remember, that's PlayStation 5 only. PlayStation 4, Mortal Kombat X, the base version, not the XL edition, which is kind of a bummer, but still, I would say Mortal Kombat X is a pretty good offering nonetheless. But yeah, a fighting game that you could just have a good time with. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing MKX. Even if it is an older game, I think it's a game that people are still going to get excited about. And it is always going to be a good time, even if you're not the biggest fan of fighting games. Having a couple friends over and popping in some Mortal Kombat is always a good time. And then also, PGA Tour 2K21. So I don't know, if that's going to get people excited. I don't know if, like, the golf season is about. I don't even know how golf works. Does golf have seasons? Is that how golf works? I just remember they one time gave away a tennis game right around a big tennis event. I don't remember exactly, but you guys get the deal. I don't know if timing works out for that to make sense, but whatever the case may be, I don't see that getting a lot of people excited, but hey, you can check out some PGA Tour 2K21 if you do want to through PlayStation Plus. So overall, I would say two solid offerings with Mortal Kombat X and Hell Let Loose. I think Hell Let Loose is going to be a title that gets people excited if it does come to fruition, and again, pretty good track record with them. Again, it being a multiplayer game and it being reliant on having a healthy player base, I think that's gonna be advantageous for them as well, especially with the longevity of a game like that. And I didn't really sense an incredible level of buzz heading into the release of that game, even though, again, it does have a pretty solid reception on PC. Just didn't seem like there was a ton of buzz for the PlayStation 5 and Series version, but hopefully it does do pretty well from a reception standpoint when it does drop, and if it is a Plus title, a lot more people are ultimately going to check it out, so I think that is a good thing for all involved. Okay, so take that with, rumor for now, but it is looking likely that is going to be the lineup. Okay, moving on from that, I know a lot of you guys are not going to be happy about Hell Let Loose, just based on the fact it's PlayStation 5 only. Remember, you can always log in on the website, the app, add those games to your library, and then when you do get a PS5, you'll be good to go. However, GameStop has announced in-store PlayStation 5 bundle event. Now, it's in very limited and select stores by the looks of it. Best Buy just had an in-store PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X event, and now GameStop is following it up with an in-store PlayStation 5 bundle event scheduled for September the 30th in select stores across Atlanta, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, as well as New York City. Now, those areas are not going to be fun to get a PlayStation 5 just because I think GameStop is going to be bombarded, although they did note it's the PlayStation 5 bundle event, and sometimes people are not crazy about these bundles because you have to spend like $800 and you get a lot of stuff that maybe you don't want. Like, some of the bundles, it's like a PlayStation 5 console, then you have 12 months of Plus, they'll give you like a GameStop gift card, and, you'll get a game or two and an extra controller, but you're paying MSRP on everything if you, calculate it together, so sometimes that's not advantageous. Definitely more advantageous than dropping $800-900 on eBay, though. At least you got some other stuff with it. I had a buddy get the Madden 22 bundle, actually. He's a big Madden guy. But he got that, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, and a couple of other stuff for, it's MSRP essentially. You're getting the $500 PS5, but you have to buy all this extra stuff. Thankfully for him, he was going to use everything else, an extra controller, a 12-month plus subscription card, Madden 22, and Ghost of Tsushima. So, yeah, the thought of somebody dropping $70 on Madden 22 is wild to me, but yeah, I guess that's rather here nor there. However, if you are going to go to this event, I still think it's going to be a lot of people that are showing up, even if it's just the bundles. Like, people just want these consoles, man. I had people hitting me up still, asking me if I know how to get one, and, you know, you can do the GameStop bundles. That's probably the easiest way to do it, but you're not getting, you know, the base console, which is a little bit of a bummer. Hopefully, this is a sign of things getting better for the future, because I think a lot of people are going to want a PS5, either right now, like, I mean, just for the performance upgrades, I think the PlayStation 5 is well worth it, but especially when you get into 2022, a lot of people are going to want to play God of War Ragnarok, a lot of people are going to want to play Horizon Forbidden West, and yes, while those are on PS4, you know, I'm sure there's a little bit of skepticism on those games and how they're going to run on the PS4. Like, God of War, if you remember, my experience on the base PS4, I played on the Pro, but like I tried it out on the base PS4 just to try it out, and man, I don't remember being all too enthralled with the performance. And now a lot of people want to get 60 frames per second and, you know, higher resolutions and everything like that, even if it's not, you know, Horizon and God of War are not games that are going to utilize everything the PlayStation 5 has from a horsepower standpoint. Just because you don't want to get yourself into a Cyberpunk situation where the game just runs a disaster on the PS4, but I do think you're going to get a lot out of those games on next-gen platforms, and with those games coming out, Final Fantasy 16, Gran Turismo 7, while that's a cross-gen game as well, I know a lot of people are going to want these consoles, and a lot of you guys, if you're still on the PS4, you probably, if you've been adding all these PS5 Plus games, you probably amassed like a decent library. With Hell Let Loose coming potentially next month, The Plague Tale Innocence was available as a Plus title. Control Ultimate Edition was a Plus game as well. There's been some good stuff that has been being dropped on Plus, so hopefully you guys can get your hands on a PS5. Again, this event, September 30th, and the areas scheduled, Atlanta, Dallas-Fort Worth, and New York City, but yeah, it's going to be, I would imagine it's going to be relatively difficult, because the Best Buy events have been packed, and I had a buddy also go to Best Buy for one of their video card events, and it was packed there. For that as well, but we'll see how things turn out. That's gonna do it for me. Again, PlayStation Plus titles in October looking like Hell Let Loose, Mortal Kombat X, and PGA Tour 2K21, and a GameStop PS5 event looks to be on tap for September the 30th at a variety of different regions. That's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.